well, and I just wanted to take you through a walkthrough of my design team project. This is for Country Craft Creations, and I'm using Authentique's Hooray paper line. This paper line is super, super, super cute. It is great for adults, it's great for kids, and the colors are just really vibrant and pretty, and I had so much fun. So I did 3 tutorials so far. The third one for this album is going to be edited and up running soon. My first project was a banner album that is not only an album but a decor project, and my second album was a gift box album, so it looks like a present, but voila, it's an album. And then this guy here is an easel album, so let me show you what I did. Again, this is Authentique's Hooray. I got it from Country Craft Creations. You can get yours at countrycraftcreations.com. I use the artisan cardstock. I also, you'll see dot paper throughout in various forms in my projects. That's Carta Bella, and it's called Dots, and that was also from Country Craft Creations in my design team package. The seam binding, art glitter glue, those things I used from that store, so please go check it out. It's amazing and you will not regret it. So my album is called an Easel Album. It's wrapped up in a pretty little package here. The seam binding is the closure, and on the front here I did a this is a cardstock cover, not a chipboard cover. The chipboard is actually the base of the album, but the cover is actually cardstock, and I double matted it with the pattern paper, with the dots, and with the collection paper, and then the seam binding is the closure. And then when you open the seam binding up, then we have this cute little happy birthday card. Now, my thoughts for this album was that it's going to be a year 1 through 10 album. So each page is a year of a child's life, and you can, have page 1 for their first year, page 2 for their second year, and on and on and on. The pages are pockets. I will show you that in a second. You'll be able to put quite a few pictures in here, but it's meant to be kind of a decade's worth of pictures, so you don't want to totally fill it full of every single picture you take at every birthday party, but just to have kind of a compilation of 1 through 10 and see the changes in your child or your grandchild through the years. So this has a magnet closure here, and I thought that you could put first year picture here and 10th year picture here. That would be a really nice comparison. It's held together with a magnet, although you don't need to really use a magnet here because the ribbon here with the closure will keep it nice and shut, so you don't have to do that. Now, the other thing I did was, from my stash, I had these charms that I got at a craft convention that I never used to make jewelry from, and I thought, well, why not make a charm for my album? So I took one of the stickers, this cute little panda sticker, and I put the sticker, I adhered it to the back of the glass in this charm, and then I put it into the setting. And so I made a really cute little birthday charm. I tied a little bit of seam binding to it, and then I used this ball chain keychain that I had in my stash to attach it to the binder rings. So the binder rings is what's holding all this together. So it's a really simple album to put together. There's no binding on this one. So when you open it up, first thing, why do we call it an easel album? Because when we open it up, it will actually pop out and it will stand up. So you can see the side view has this nice easel part, and when you want to fold it flat and put it on your shelf, it'll just fold up nicely in itself, and then you tie it shut, and then it folds up just like a book. But when you want to display it at your birthday party, you can open it up, and then it stands up, and you have a nice little display. So there you have it. So on the back of this cover page, I'll show you, I took a strip of pattern paper and I created a pocket by just gluing it on 3 sides, and then I added some photo mats with some scrap papers that I had from the collection. I did not have a lot left over from the first 2 projects that I had, and I started off with 1 full collection of this paper, which is Authentique Hooray. And I had 4 sheets of the dots from Carta Bella, and I didn't have a whole lot left over, so I was trying really hard to see what I could do with what I had. So each page is a little bit different, and we'll go through these real quick. So on some of them I have 4.25 by, or excuse me, 4.25 by 6.25 inch photo mats. I glued them on 3 sides so that I could use some of the tags that I had left over and put behind them. Used a little bit of the black seam binding that came in the package to tie to them so they don't fall all the way down in there. Took some of the little teeny tiny scraps I had and I die cut the numbers using some dies that I have in my collection, and then I cut these tickets out. I also use my dies to make hole reinforcements for the page. You don't have to do that if you don't want to, but that's what I did. And then each page is a pocket. So you could put a couple pictures for each year in the pockets and then have a nice little album. The beauty of this album is that if it gets too thick, all you have to do is get bigger book rings. These are, I want to say they were 1 1/4 inch. You could get bigger ones at any office store. So you can kind of fill this book up if you wanted to. But it's intended, my thought anyway, was that it's a couple pictures for each year, 1 through 10. So let's go through, and like page 2 is on the back. When this album stands up, then this will be right side up. Again, page 2, a little bit different concept, but again, using my scraps, you could do some journaling here. And on the back of these tags, you could do some journaling on the back of that as well. That's the other idea that I had for the pockets. You could also write letters to the child on each birthday about what they've done, how much they've grown, whatever, and keep those. And then this would be a great keepsake album. Page 3, I had one big piece of this, and I decided to use it with a photo mat. There is no tag, excuse me, there is a tag for this one, but I didn't put the bow or the tie on it yet, so I didn't want it to slip down. So this will have a tag behind it. Sorry. There are a couple pages that don't. Page 4, again, a pieced page, and I was trying again to use up the scraps that I had to create a nice little album. Page 5, one big photo mat. These are all adhered so that you could put a picture underneath there if you wanted to. Again, each page is a pocket. Page 6 is like that with a tag here. It's time for party games. Isn't this cute? Just super adorable paper. I just love this. Page 7, and then another little tag. This was a 3x4 cut apart that I used some of the back of this paper, and so I only had this part left over, but I thought it still shows up really cute for a tag, so I like that. So page 7, page 8, a big photo mat here. Page 9, 2 smaller photo mats again. And then page 10 has another big photo mat with the tag. Isn't that cute? Oh my God, they're so adorable. Okay, and then when you turn, whoops, go the other direction. When you turn, this is the back of the album. This is the chipboard part that creates the base of the album. And this, I just put another scrap piece of paper down to create a pocket. And then I didn't take my Post-it note off, but I have 4x4 and 4x6 photo mats. And I just used what little papers were left over and created more photo mats. So you could put pictures on here as well and on the back. So that's my album. This album is super easy to put together. Basically, all the pages are the same. Let's turn this all the way over to get to the front again. All the pages are the same. And there's a cover and then 2 chipboard pieces that you'll need to cover, and that's pretty much it. When you have this on display, you could tie the ribbon back here into a nice little bow, and that'll just keep it nice and out of the way. And then there you go. So you can see how cute that is. It's just adorable. And then when you're ready to fold it up, just untie that, wrap it around the front, and there you go. So that is the project. This is the Hooray Easel album, and the tutorial is going to be edited here, and I'll have it by the end of the week for sure. Maybe even sooner. This is Tuesday, I think, so I'll probably get it done faster than that. But anyway, go to Country Craft Creations, get your pattern paper, get your artisan cardstock, some seam binding, and let's make an album. Stay safe out there, and just be careful because, you know, it's still out there, and I don't know where y'all are from. So just be safe and have fun, and I will see you very, very soon with a tutorial. Thanks for watching, and I will... Oh, you know what? I was going to tell you something. I totally forgot. Oh my gosh. You guys, while I was making this album, I just totally had to tell you this. While I was making this album, I came up with great ideas. So not only is this really cute for like a year 1 through 10 birthday album for your child or your grandchild or whatever, but this is also a wonderful album that could be used for like your first 10 years together as a couple for like Christmas, you know. A lot of couples really are into, you know, their first Christmas. This could be the first 10 Christmases and how the family grows from the time you get married to the, you know, time you have your 10th anniversary. This could be a super awesome recipe album. And I mean, seriously, it stands up. So you could have it in your kitchen and use it for a recipe album. You could make this into a calendar, and again, would stand up on a desk or a shelf or something like that, and you could totally have a stand-up calendar for this. You could use this for like a high school album, make only 4 pages instead of 5, and then each one would be, you know, for a year, freshman, sophomore, junior, senior. I mean, there's so many things you could do with this album, but I love the idea of having a year 1 through 10 birthday album so you can watch as your child grows in the first 10 years and see how much they've changed and how much they've grown. So anyway, okay, now I'm done. I will let you go. You guys be safe out there, and I will see you soon with the tutorial. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.